In this video, we want to look at the concept of binary operations. So we'll be looking at what the meaning of binary operation is and how to solve questions involving binary operations, at least at the basic level. And then in subsequent videos, we'll be looking at the properties involved with binary operations. So in that series, we'll be talking about properties like the closure property, like the commutative property, like the associative property, like the distributive property, the identity property, and lastly, the inverse property. So it's going to be an interesting series, so do well to stay tuned. Also, during the course of the video, if there's a concept that is not quite clear, you can try to put your concerns in the description box and then it will be attended to. All right, so what exactly is binary operation? So from what we have on the screen, we said a binary operation, let's say delta, on a set of real numbers is an operation or a rule that combines two real numbers to produce another real number. That is, let's say we have a delta b. If a delta b, after combining them together, if it is giving us c, where a, b, and c are elements of real numbers, then we can say binary operation are taking place. Now, if everything I've just said now doesn't quite go well with you, then don't be alarmed yet, because binary operations have been carried out ever since you started learning maths and maybe your basic algebra. So what do I mean? So before, we're used to maybe adding numbers, subtracting numbers, dividing numbers, multiplying numbers, finding the square root of numbers, finding the squares of numbers, finding the cube root of numbers. Now in mathematics, we have four basic operators. We have the addition, we have the subtraction, we have the multiplication, and then we have the division. So when we want to carry out any operation, any basic operation, you find out that we're always using any of these four. Either we add, or we subtract, or we multiply, or we divide. Of course, we have the squaring, the cubing, and so on and so forth. But we're just talking about the basics now. So let's say I was to combine two numbers, two real numbers. Think of any real number of your choice. Remember, real numbers span from negative infinity to positive infinity. So let's say I might be having negative 5, okay, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dots to infinity, and this is coming from infinity. So we can say that real numbers are numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity, just like what we denoted there. Now, if you decide to combine any of these two numbers, any two numbers, so let's say I'm combining minus 4, and then which of the operators operators do you want to use? So let's say we're adding, so minus 4, and then let's combine. Okay, so since we pick minus 4, so let's just pick 1 for simplicity. Now, what binary operation is now telling us that after combining two real numbers, in this case minus 4 and 1, and then the result is another real number. So when we combine minus 4 and positive 1, we will be having negative 3. Like the result is another real number, then definitely binary operation has taken place. What's the difference between this and the normal basic operators we've been using, like the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division? Now for binary operations, most of the times you can see this symbol here. This is delta. So sometimes you might come across a symbol like this, star, or you can come across a symbol like this. We call this O minus, or O plus, or O multiplication, or you can see O dots, or you can see the inverse of this triangle, something like this. So no matter the symbol they are using. So sometimes in binary operations, we use these symbols because we want to combine multiple operators. So when we do that, in as much as after combining any two real number, the result is also a real number, then definitely we can say binary operation has taken place. All right, so let's take an example. So let's say we are given what's it called? A definition or a rule, just like the definition as stated. So let's say we are given x delta y, and we are told that x delta y is equal to x plus y minus x y, x plus y minus x y. And then we have to evaluate 7 delta 4 according to this rule we are given. So look at this. This is quite different. Different in what way? When we're doing this, combining these two real numbers, this is minus 4, this is 1. And the operator in between is addition. But this time around, the operator here is delta. So mathematically, we don't know we have to define the meaning of delta. So on delta, anywhere we see x delta y, we are told that we should add x to y and subtract it from the product of x and y. So what do we want to do? Assume 7 or take 7 to be x and take 4 to be y. And this will be equal to, so we have 7 plus 4 minus 7 times 4. Okay, so 7 plus 4, that's 11, minus 7 times 4, that's 28. And 11 minus 28, so that gives us minus 17. So I don't know whether this makes sense. Or let's take another example. So for the next question, we're told that a binary operation, delta, is defined as A delta B equal to 4A minus B. And we're asked to evaluate 9 delta 4. So just like we did in the previous example, so we assume 9 to be A and then 4 to be B. And then this is the definition. This is the rule we're going to be giving this delta symbol or this delta operator that we've been given from the question. So what we simply want to do, we now say 9 delta 4 should be equal to, so this is 4. Anywhere I see A, I'm writing 9 in place, minus. Anywhere I see B, I'm going to write 4 instead. Okay, so 4 times 9, that's 36, and then minus 4, and 36 minus 4 is 32. All right, so let's take one last example so that we can call it a day on binary operations. So we are told that a binary operation O times is defined as x O times y equal to x squared plus 2y minus xy. Our has to evaluate 5 O times 7. All right, so just like we did in the previous example also, my x automatically becomes 5, while my y becomes 7, and then I have to follow this rule. Okay, so I can start by writing 5 O times 7 should be equal to, so x, I'm squaring x at first, so this becomes 5 squared plus 2 times y, so my y is 7, 2 times 7 minus 5 times 7. Alright, so combining this, 5 squared gives us a total of 25, 2 times 7 gives us 14, and 5 times 7 gives us minus 35. So this, adding this together, so 25 plus 14 minus 35 should be 25 minus 35, that's 10, or minus 10, and minus 10 plus 14, that's plus 4. So this is how we solve questions, or basic questions rather, involving binary operations. In the next video, we'll be looking at the first property under this binary operation, where we'll talk about the closure property. Do well to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.